Welcome to our special Beat the Heat episode dedicated to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic and Paralympic Games. This video will explore the climatic conditions on site, the measures in place to manage heat and humidity for both humans and horses, and how COVID-19 risk mitigation may affect you and your horse's heat management plan. Let's start with the local climatic conditions. Japan is an amazing series of islands stretched between the Asian continent and the Pacific Ocean, where summer gets fairly hot and very humid. The WGBT index is expected to be around 30 degrees Celsius, a high value even when compared to previous Olympic recorded indexes such as Barcelona, Atlanta, Sydney, Athens, Beijing, London and Rio. Direct consequences for both equine and human athletes are reduced performance, earlier onset of fatigue, increased risk of mistakes, increased risk of injury, and increased risk of illness. Therefore, a good preparation and mastering of all heat and humidity countermeasures is paramount. In our previous Beat the Heat episodes, you learned about acclimatization and training at home, hydration and nutrition, cooling techniques, travel and arrival best practices. Now, let's review some of the measures in place for Tokyo 2020 regarding heat and humidity risk management. First of all, it's important to highlight that in terms of competition and training schedules, there are morning and evening sessions specifically to accommodate and avoid the hottest part of the day. It's also interesting to note that athletes may be permitted to remove their jackets during competition, and should there be particularly challenging conditions, there is the possibility to adjust the distance of the cross-country course. In terms of staying cool, all stables are air-conditioned and located in a series of barns. At both the equestrian park and Sea Forest stables, you can expect to find plenty of ice and cold water available. There are also horse cooling tents and facilities present on both venues, and they're fully equipped with cooling and misting fans, ice, water, and dedicated cooling teams to monitor operations and manage supplies and equipment. At the equestrian park training and competition venue, cooling tents are available by the training areas, the final warm-up, and the final holding area. At the Sea Forest venue, where the event in cross-country takes place, cooling tents are available in the warm-up area and in the finish area. There are also emergency mobile cooling teams and vehicles on the cross-country course, ready to respond should a horse require immediate cooling. In terms of specialised personnel, there's a team of FEI stewards and veterinarians available to monitor and assist horses at all times. There is a fully equipped, air-conditioned veterinary clinic staffed by an international team of experienced equine specialist vets. Many of you are familiar with these heat and humidity measures, and thanks to over 2 decades of research, there are many effective solutions in place to handle heat and humidity during the Tokyo 2020 Games. We are now going to review the mitigation measures for COVID-19, the social distancing and hygiene rules in place, and how these will impact your daily sport-related routines. It starts with arrival, as all athletes will only be allowed to enter Japan on a just-in-time basis to prepare for competition as their horses arrive. While on site, wearing face masks is required at all times, except when eating or drinking, sleeping, training, or competing. As all athletes and staff will be required to spend extensive time in their rooms because of organised and regulated access to venues, make sure your room air conditioner is not running too cold, or your body will have difficulties to acclimatise properly. Access to air-conditioned areas at venues will be limited to a certain amount of people. In addition, athletes will be required to limit their time at indoor facilities and to comply with the one-way entrance-exit policy in place. This means you'll sometimes need to wait in the heat. Make sure to always have water, a cap, a fan, and sunscreen with you. Time spent in the changing rooms has to be kept to a minimum. No conversation should take place without a mask, and shower spaces will also need to follow social distance rules. As a result, you may have to wait before a shower is available at the venues. Shaded areas and horse cooling tents will also follow social distancing measures, with limited numbers of people allowed at the same time. Make sure you know where all available cooling areas are located and plan accordingly. If you use cooling vests, ask your National Olympic or Paralympic Committee for a freezer in your room or apartment, or make sure you know where the nearest freezers are. Freezers will also be available in each stable block. All of the information from this video and more can be found on our dedicated Tokyo 2020 Olympic and Paralympic hubs on Inside FEI. Please visit this page regularly for updates. Your national federation can also provide you with information, and while in Tokyo, you'll be able to turn to your team leader for daily practical guidance. So stay safe, go beat that heat, and make the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games an unforgettable moment of sport, willpower, togetherness, and excellence.